Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 60 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today we're talking about, and we're doing a gear shift from the emotional well-being, the emotional area of the life framework that I use to organize my life a little bit and give it some structure. Not a lot of structure because I like to be creative and flexible, but a little bit of structure. And we're going to hop into, for the month of March, mental area and aspects of our life, our mental well-being. So where better to start than with the thought and the idea that thoughts become things. The things that we think about, the things we focus on, the things we pay and give our attention to are the things that show up in our life, manifest in our life. I didn't make this up. It's been around. The idea has been around forever, probably. But in the times of Napoleon Hill, and he talked about it in Think and Grow Rich, how we manifest the things that we think about and that we believe. Our beliefs are just thoughts we think about a lot. And we'll talk about beliefs for a whole day, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I haven't finalized my plan for the month of March, which I need to do because I'm traveling the end of March for my mom's birthday. She's turning 86 this year, and so my sisters and I want to go down and visit her so we can all be together since my dad passed away for her birthday. Well, today, thoughts become things. I remember reading it from Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich, but then Bob Proctor was one of my mentors for a lot of years, and he was and became known for saying thoughts become things. It even appeared in the movie The Secret, Rhonda Byrne's The Secret, which a lot of people had never heard of, the law of attraction, and that brought the ideas and the thoughts and the beliefs about what we think has an impact on how our life turns out to millions and millions of people that had never really been exposed to it before. I'd heard of it before, but never really paid much attention to it. But I did enjoy the movie The Secret, with the exception of you got to do something to make things happen. You can't just sit and think about it. That's the first step. But you have to then get inspired action and do something about what you're thinking about, or you're not going to get the results that you really want. It's just called, we create things because we have ideas and thoughts about those ideas. I personally love this particular idea and expression. It reminds me that I don't have control over a lot of things, but I do have control over my life and what I choose to think about, and know that what I think about shows up and is created in my life. I have so many examples of that in my life. And I think it was following my sudden cardiac arrest that I really started to study and understand the power of my thinking. Now, the power of our thinking can produce good things in our life, or what most people would consider bad things in your life. Having a death experience to most people would be considered a bad thing. But for me, it ended up being one of those turning points and pivotal points in my life where I realized that I had been giving away my personal power, and I had not been making my choices and decisions in my life based on what was right for me. I'd been making those choices based on what I thought I should do for other people in my life, for my kids, for my ex-husband, for my family, for my friends, and for my career and my jobs and my businesses, and all of it ended up taking me down paths and roads that actually were great paths and roads for some people, but they weren't the right paths and roads for me. So today I want you to think about this expression and what it means to you. Thoughts become things. And share in the comments below. Simple action item today, because I want us to start switching gears to, if you got anything to finish up from the emotional well-being area and aspect of setting your goals, or if you have any questions about that, ask me today, direct message me, or in the comments below, so that we can get those taken care of. It's not like we're never going to talk about emotions again. That was our time to focus on emotional well-being and setting those goals for this year and intentions for this year. And now we're going to switch gears to mental well-being, the mental areas and aspects of our life. So each day we'll talk about a topic or a subject with respect to thoughts, thinking, mindset, mental well-being, things like that. And we'll, of course, go through the SOAP framework. We'll pick a challenge in our life and we'll apply the SOAP framework to it. We'll also apply our goal setting process. I'd love to hear from you. When do you want to do that? Do you want to do it in the beginning of the month, or do you want to do it in the end of the month like we did for our emotional well-being? Works for me either way. I just need to know ahead of time so I can map it out with the days that we're talking about other things and make sure I don't go too long and get over carried on action items and things. I personally would prefer to do it at the beginning of the month, but it's up to you. It's like I'd like to do the SOAP framework at the beginning of the month to remind us we have the ability to set ourselves up for more success And part of that is by focusing on our thoughts and what we want to happen in our life. But just share in the comments below one instance where you were thinking about something, or you imagined something, or you thought of something, and then it showed up in your life. Share one example of that. These are so fun to think about, because if we really start thinking about it, we realize that everything that's shown up in our life is because we thought about it. Either we thought about what we wanted, or we thought about the absence of what we wanted, and so we kept getting more of that. We'll talk about that this month too, and the power of that, and how important it is to pay attention to every once in a while what we're actually thinking, not what we think we're thinking. I've fallen into this trap a lot, where I think I'm thinking about what I want, but I'm really thinking about, oh, I don't have it yet. Why don't I have this yet? Why isn't this in my life yet? Why am I struggling with this? And guess what? I keep getting more struggles with that thing. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Any thoughts, comments, concerns, hit me up.